Hey folks, Jayborino here, welcome back. It's Warcraft 3, Reign of Chaos. On hard difficulty, continuing the Orc campaign, Chapter 5, The Hunter of Shadows. Now, as a preface, you'll recall that we've experienced some bugs in the past, like in the Undead campaign. There was an interlude where 2 of the Dreadlords didn't appear because the teleport trigger just didn't fire. We've had, like, really minor stuff like that, nothing really affecting gameplay. In this mission, our hero, Grom, at the beginning of the mission just is missing his inventory. Like, he can't pick anything up, and the items we've accumulated on him are just on the ground. Again, obviously a bug, probably having to do with the transition to Reforged as they change things. It's really unfortunate and disappointing, though, that they've broken their own vanilla campaigns. I hope and assume this will all be fixed when Reforged is released, but again, in this time since 1.30 was released, it's been several months, this stuff is just busted, which is unfortunate. It's not going to stop us from winning, but just pointing that out. I think there are 2 other missions after this one where our heroes just can't pick stuff up. Okay, the next morning in the shadowed woods of Ashenvale.
Who dares defile this ancient land? Who dares the wrath of Cenarius and the Night Elves?
The forest is coming alive! We're under attack!
Let battle be joined.
So I think the hardest part of this mission is just really going to be the beginning. I can try to save some of these peons from over here. We don't really need any extra lumber, but I'll try to grab these guys and bring them on over, and then I am going to start Witch Doctor training. And again, I think the challenge really is just, it's the beginning.
I defeated your kind in ages past, and I shall do so again.
So I got a barracks there. Here's Grom. As you can see, no inventory. All of his stuff is dropped. We can pick it up later, I think, once he gets his inventory sorted out, once we drink from the fountain. So I am going to grab some additional towers because air attacks are going to be the primary concern at this beginning section.
Their numbers are too great. We must fall back to the other side of the river.
Okay, we're not falling back. We're just going to try to get ourselves situated.
I am the heart of the land.
And I'm going to try to just get some additional units, mostly headhunters, because again, the main concern that I have at this point is really just, I think it's really just air units. Ground units, Grom, I think alone can handle for the most part. Part of the issue, though, is the fact that they come from 2 sides with a lot of stuff. So if we can get these extra towers set up, that would be ideal. Every little bit will help. We can even put those peons on auto repair. I can try to get mastery training so that we can throw down a healing ward. We do know that on this difficulty, the enemies do tend to actually focus down wards. What I could do, I could also throw down some stasis traps, though I would prefer that we can make sure that they're at full mana to use healing wards instead. I can also try to grab steel ranged weapons and then 1 or 2 extra headhunters, and that's probably the best.
You will all die.
That's probably the best we can do. Now, I think...
Work complete. War Chief.
Where we go? Peon, why don't you garrison inside here?
Something doing?
Might as well utilize these burrows as best we can. Here, come on over here.
Work. What do you want?
And then you can go on auto repair.
Yes.
You can stay over here on auto repair. All right, they're going to be showing up at any moment now. We've got these guys. I can actually throw down wards to distract if nothing else.
Our town is under attack.
And I will grab another. I'm just going to grab headhunters for now, and then we've got. Hopefully, this will finish before they attack us. And again, we're just trying to get loaded out as best we can. There's also a base up here that we can take.
In ages past, and I shall do so again.
Yeah, I heard you, man. So once we push this back, we're going to just try to take we're going to try to take this expansion and defend ourselves while we go for the main objective, which is to drink from the well, pretty much as soon as possible.
Our town is under attack.
Okay, cool. So that's all set up. I could throw down wards and still be able to use... I could throw down stasis traps, rather, and still be able to attack. So, like, we throw this down here. And it should be cloaked before they get here.
Our town
And we want to stun them in range of the. We want to stun them in range of our towers. Okay, so this guy hopefully will have it. Yeah, he'll have enough to throw down healing wards as well. And then I gotta just. I think. Like, I hate to exclusively make headhunters. The issue is I think they're gonna take. They take less damage from the typical units of the piercing damage. It's those Chimera that may... I think they do chaos damage. No, they do... Okay, they do piercing damage. Never mind. Siege damage to ground units. I see.
Cleanse these brutes from the wilds. I will watch over you from the forest.
So my goal now is just to survive, and this may get a little dicey. We'll see how long we can last. As you can see, air units coming in, stasis ward fire, so let's get in there and try to clean up this down here first, and then I'll probably move Grom up here to whirlwind this large ground attack back here. Throw down one healing ward there. I'm going to windwalk in the back of these archers, and then we're going to spin to win. Not really hitting as much as I would like, but this is pretty good. Every little bit that we can do with Grom here. Okay, this is cleaned up, so we got to take this group. We're going to come up here and kill these Chimera. All the ground units are dead, which is extremely important, and I can also start this expansion. So I think we did pretty good there. Throw down a healing ward right in the front, and then we gotta, again, kill this Chimera. Okay, there we go. I don't know why I got this memory of the Chimera shooting like green globs of chaos damage.
I sense a dark power emanating from the wilderness. It might be a key to destroying Cenarius.
Okay, and we shouldn't need to worry about any lumber. I'm gonna grab an additional peon so that I can make another barracks, because we need catapults to destroy towers. And at this point, we can get attacked from virtually anywhere. Wow, look at this. This peon really did his job. Go ahead and repair that, buddy.
Ready to work.
Shaman Mastery Training, kind of a must at this point. Again, we just need another barracks. We can do 2 barracks and then the Spirit Lodge. I don't really care about anything that can come out of the bestiary. Did our Kodo beast survive? It did, yeah, so we don't need anything from the bestiary. Nothing that would merit needing an extra one. Okay, so this is being set up, and if we can gather enough gold to get, like, 2, even just 1 catapult, this group here should be good enough, especially if we can get mastery training on the shaman, get a couple extra shaman. So I'm talking about all this this stuff I want to do, but in reality, it's going to take some time to get set up properly. We could set up some additional defense over here. Watchtowers are decently strong against night elves. It's just, those flyers are pretty rough. Okay, so I'm going to go grab Shaman Mastery Training, and then I'm going to wait till we have enough gold here for thorium ranged weapons. And then, yeah, this is still being built. So I can start building peons in advance to get this saturated. Pillage probably not necessary on this map because we're not going to be offensive really at all. It's nice that we have vision on these bases. Obviously, these sentry wards will run out. But once you attack one, Cenarius will come out and start screwing with us a little bit. So we just need to make like a strike force to start moving out. And I think this is good enough. Like maybe I'll get some grunts instead, and then we leave a lot of the headhunters at home to deal with the inevitable Chimera. So let's move this guy up here. We've got 3, 4, and then the one that's building. They can all harvest directly. We got mastery training, so let's grab more shaman. They also do piercing damage, can attack air.
Yes.
We can upgrade their armor a little bit. So let's focus on getting upgrades right now. All right, that's done.
Yes. I'm ready to work.
And my main concern is when they attack from across this side of the river. So why don't we throw down another sentry ward so that we can keep some vision on that for when it happens. And it's probably going to be pretty soon. I'll grab troll regeneration, sure. Okay, good. That gives me some high ground vision. Let's go do the same over here. Just having a little advance notice on which direction these attacks are coming from, assuming I see them on the minimap in time, is really all I need. So let's grab one additional peon here to make some towers, shaman, grunts, and then upgrades. So we'll grab steel unit armor. It looks like we're still stuck on level 2, but that's fine. That's okay. That's good enough for me, I think. Again, we can't... I mean, we have vision on their bases, so we should be able to see when they move out. Again, my primary concern are the Chimera that are going to come out, and they can outrange my towers.
We need more gold.
What I'm going to do is... I mean, that burrow, I'm just going to say, is forfeit. We mostly just want to focus, like, draw them into these high ground towers as well, and force them to get in a little bit closer. Here they come. So let's move on up here.
Heed my call.
This is going to get destroyed, I think. What I'm going to do, I'll just whirlwind this group. Get rid of them quickly. I want to make sure whirlwind's back up on Grom for when we go and attack the the final objective near the fountain. So yeah, like if we could save that burrow, that would be nice, but it's not required. We want to bring some grunts. You know, make one catapult and then some additional grunts. All right, so we can make like a line of towers and then maybe try to repair that that burrow. Again, I have to wait for the... Unfortunately, I've got to wait for the catapults before we can move, which sucks. Okay, so add this to my group. Again, nothing from here that I need. I can get upgraded war drums. I still have my casters left. I'm going to add more shaman. This is good. Again, this is enough. I might just want to build one extra witch doctor to leave at home, along with some of my headhunters. Okay, and let's grab just like one extra one. And again, I want them to be drawn down into this high ground defense before they start really attacking anything else. So I think this works out in that way. Okay, so we're in low upkeep. I'm gonna head up here now. I can send Grom just to kind of scout it out. My issue is I don't want to leave my base without having enough stuff at home to ensure that we're not going to get smoked. So like this is a really solid group right here. I think this is what I'll bring. Actually, I'm gonna change out for some of the grunts instead.
A wise plan.
Okay, here comes an attack I see. And we just got some random wolves. We can lure them back here. Okay, air units. So let's just move this group up here to start attacking.
Something you're doing?
I'll throw down a... I'll just get Grom healed up in the meantime. Okay, great. And then all I'm going to do again at home is just build some additional units to just leave here. I'm going to bring these guys with us. I'm going to leave one witch doctor at home to heal. And then where's my catapult? It didn't get focused down, thankfully. Let's go kill some wolves and then just get this show on the road. So let's go. That's where we need to get our catapult to, and I think there's some furbolgs up there as well. Let's bring all this stuff, because we have a long way to go.
We're under attack.
So we just want to make sure that we just leave enough stuff at home as well. So let's make some extra shaman and just make an entire group so that when the time is right, we can go and attack. And I'm going to focus on grunts, because they're going to get the bonus when we drink from the well. Catapults? Use catapults or peons to destroy these. All right, so it's going to take some time, unfortunately. We can always back up. Let's get out of this thing's way. And it doesn't matter if the wolves dropped anything, because we can't pick it up. We will be able to pick up some stuff later, but honestly, at the end of this mission, I don't want to have anything in Grom's inventory, because then we have to deal with we have to deal with Grom at the very, very end of the campaign. Okay, let's do that.
Direct me.
This is an okay group. It's really, again, air units that perturb me the most. I'll make some additional grunts. Stay in low upkeep. Okay, and very slowly destroy the trees. Give ourselves wide enough berth. This should be the only set of trees we need to destroy, and then we're going to go. Surviving that initial attack, though, was probably the hardest part, so I'm feeling relatively safe. We got hit by all... We haven't gotten hit by light blue yet, but actually it looks like here they come. Why are they moving so slow like that? That's very odd. I can always back up if necessary. I'll leave the catapult at home also. Oh, they're coming with an ancient protector. How weird. Okay, yeah, let's just build more stuff.
How can I
And
help?
ensure that we can push this back. They don't have that many units in here. My main concern is really just the ancient protector. Let's go ahead and attack, and I can even throw down one of these in advance. Okay, we should be good. So now, let's go ahead and auto-attack up here. There's a goblin merchant. Again, can't do anything with that because of our inventory situation. Like I said, I'm a little disappointed at how they let this just get busted. It is an old game, so like I don't. It's not like I just paid $60 for this game and it doesn't work. You know, it's just mildly irritating. Can we purge this? Is it P? Can I not purge lightning shields? Or are they stuck behind things such that they're unable to? You guys just sit over here while we just continue.
What do you want?
And again, we got kind of a long way to go here, unfortunately, through a lot of fur bulks as well. But we've got healing.
We're under attack.
Okay, looking good. And then this stuff was cleaned up, no problem. Okay, let's get an extra burrow so that we can just get maxed out, and then we can go and kill Cenarius as soon as this is done. Actually, I'm going to get another Spirit Lodge because I want to get Warlocks. I think our Shaman might become Warlocks, though. So that's fine with me. Honestly, there's no point in even destroying the huts. But I'll do it just for the sake of doing it. Claws of Attack +9. Again, it really doesn't matter because our entire faction's going to get beefed up here very soon. So I think we can ignore the fact that Grom doesn't have access to anything. So let's get in here.
Yes.
Let's just mirror image him because he's a little low and make sure that he's getting healed. You all get in there. We're kind of trapped on the low ground here fighting these things. Grom getting... Oh yeah, see, they do focus down the wards. Good for them. Okay, and then we got a Waygate, preemptive health. I think that's just like a better preemptive vitality, right? It's like, no, isn't it? Isn't that kind of like Khadgar's gem, but not quite Khadgar's gem? Before TFT existed, I suppose. Right, let's get in there. Everybody get in there, and then we're going to throw down kind of a ward in the back. There we go. And actually, yeah, letting them attack my my Headhunters is better because they take less damage from piercing. And this is also going to heal up Grom for the time being.
How can I help?
Pot of greater healing we don't need. Healing wards are just so terribly strong. All right, I see an attack coming in on my main base, so let's get up here and attack.
Right away. Yes, Lord.
And attack. And let's just go ahead and throw down a ward where we're going to be engaging primarily. See, and they're getting hit by all of this stuff, which is ideal. And we should be okay. We can just make more grunts.
Yes.
I have mostly ranged units in this group. I think we'll be fine. Again, I want to make sure that he's got enough mana to Whirlwind at the very end. That makes him magic immune also. But we're not quite there yet. Really just micromanaging against these types of attacks. Let's just keep putting down wards to heal up what we've got. That, I think, yeah, it's this guy, and we're going to be able to heal through it. So kill the Pyromancer. He's level 9. The thing is, Grom, I don't think attacks us directly in the next map, so it doesn't really matter whether he has items or not, but it doesn't hurt to just, you know, get him healed up here properly. Do I have enough? I want to wait for enough to maybe one more
Yes, War Chief.
healing ward as we attack with this group, but obviously this group is pretty solid. How do we do up here? Absolutely fine. Okay, and again, I'm going to make Shaman mostly because I think they turn into Warlocks later. And we'll get a round of grunts. That's all we can afford in terms of supply. If we need to send units up here to support Grom, we can, but I don't think that's really necessary right now. I think we have to make a loop around and to the right at the end of the day. Yep, let's get in there. Skeletons! Ah!
We're under attack.
So this should be kind of a joke. They're level 3. They're going to go down really fast. Bloodlust on the Headhunters makes me a happy man. So when we go to attack Cenarius, it's very possible that blue or green will attack us through our upper entrance. I could also possibly just not even spend Grom's points. Again, I don't know if that'll give me an advantage in the next mission or not. Not the next mission, but the last mission. The thing with the last mission, I think that's the biggest issue, are the Infernals. Okay, we've got a thing that we can fall back to here where necessary. You all get down here and attack. Yeah, see, they spit green gobs. I think that's only against buildings they use that, because that's their siege attack. All right. Keep it up. Witch Doctor, don't stand there, please. Should probably have this group hotkeyed into 2 separate hotkeys, so I'm not doing it this way.
The dark energies that I sense come from the pool.
Foul orcs. The Burning Masters charged us with protecting this well. You are unworthy of drinking from these dark waters.
I don't know what you are, or who you serve, but no one bars my way.
Okay, we killed the main guy before he could raise dead on all the other ones, if we killed all the other ones first. Ring of Protection +3, that's fine. We should, though, get his inventory back. Though I might just not pick anything up.
I can wait no longer.
It's like a challenge mode, you know?
Direct me.
The pool emanates grave power, but I smell the stench of a demon curse about it.
I am cursed already. If I must drink from these waters to defeat Cenarius, then I will.
No, that goes against everything the war chief teaches us. We can't let rage overcome us again.
No, warrior. We must embrace it as never before. We must become the vessels of destruction that we were meant to be. Yes! I feel the power once again. Come, my warriors. Drink from the dark waters, and you will be reborn.
I mean, like, you're selling it to him like it's water, but it's just blood, man. That's gross. I'll give him the ring. That's fine. We got a long way to get back, so I'm just gonna auto attack back there. They'll figure it out. They'll path their way back there eventually. We are maxed out, so we're ready to go and attack at any moment. Let's hotkey all of our warlocks.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
May I
Now we
say-
got them. And then we got some witch doctors. Chaos orcs deal full damage to all armor types, including Cenarius' divine armor. As I had mentioned in the past,
What will be Craven?
try not to get too intimidated by chaos damage. Again, it's particularly effective against fortified armor, because fortified armor takes reduced damage from pretty much everything else. But, for example, like a grunt attacking a grunt, I think...
These creatures press us hard, and the demigod still lurks in the forest. How can we possibly defeat him?
Weak-minded coward! Nothing is invincible. If we are to live, then this Cenarius must die.
Right. So anyway, so like a grunt attacking a grunt, they both have medium armor, and their normal attack does full damage to medium armor. Is that? I think that's, well, I can't see medium damage now, unless we've got something else that does medium damage. Or normal damage, rather. But pretend it did. Anything that does normal, like 100% damage to medium armor, chaos damage is also doing 100 damage to medium armor. So that's just one example. And in fact, it loses its bonuses against specific things. So like piercing armor, or piercing attacks does more damage to heavy armor. Chaos damage is actually losing that extra effect that piercing damage gets against heavy armor. So again, it's really about, like, it's really good against static defense.
The town is under attack.
It's like really, really solid against static defense, and we're going to see it in action right here against these ancient protectors, which have fortified armor. They're heavy armor because they're moving right now. But anyway, can we actually firebolt these things? Nah. Okay, anyway, so anyway, that's what I just want to reiterate. Like, don't be too afraid of chaos damage unless you're spamming static defense. It will absolutely roast you in that specific instance. So, you know, be careful with that. But otherwise, it's not as big of a deal as you might initially think. Okay, so we got Whirlwind on Grom. I'm going to try to keep him back. He doesn't have to survive, and we've got chaos damage on all of our grunts. I specifically made a lot of grunts, and then Shaman that convert into the Warlocks for this exact purpose. so that we can kill Cenarius. We can just auto-attack right into this base. Again, the chaos damage should very easily eliminate all of the buildings. And then Cenarius should appear here momentarily. I'll go ahead and Whirlwind. Let's go ahead and throw down one ward. And you can see it, like, even the Warlocks doing chaos damage can just eliminate these buildings really fast. Cenarius should be appearing at any moment to come and defend this base. He's, like, camped out somewhere here. I think he might patrol between the bases, but he, I think, reacts as part of a defensive force when you attack. He might be magic immune also. I assume he is, so, like, we can't stasis ward him. I could try it. I mean, we could just try firebolting him. That might also work. So let's see if we can lure him out by just killing this Tree of Life. But there's no need to destroy all these bases. Grom's got his Ringer Protection +3. Whatever you need, buddy. Yeah, these don't drop anything. I don't think there's any additional secrets to pick up here. Our poor headhunters, they're just... They chose not to drink. Good for them.
How may I serve?
Okay, so we have to continue this push before we get attacked again. I'm kind of surprised that Cenarius did not choose to appear and try to push us back. What I'm going to do is just rally everything to Grom, even though he's probably going to die, and then just make grunts. That's it. Because we just want to surround Cenarius, and we've also got casters that will blast him from the back that have chaos damage separately. So.
Yes, you seek me.
Okay, and then one more time, we throw down a healing ward here. This would have been a better Whirlwind opportunity, I think.
Yes, Lord. Demons did their job well. You creatures are as reckless and bloodthirsty as they ever were. We orcs are free, demigod. Is that what you tell yourself? Despite what you may believe, you are no better than the malignant bile that flows through your veins. Damn you! You cannot defeat me. I am the heart of the land. We're under attack.
Okay, so let's kill this group. He's just like crammed in there. I think now he's coming for us, which is good. Look out, buddy. Get these guys up here, and we need more grunts. And is there a hero in here? Or is that just a big clump of stuff that they happen to have?
A wise plan.
Okay, well, the funny thing here is that we are supply blocked, so now either I have to back up. This was just really bad timing. I either have to back... Actually, well... Is he up there? Is he right there?
Our town is under attack.
I've got to back up and rebuild my burrows or do something here, right? So,
What would be craven?
let's send some units back to push this back. Again, the fact that he didn't come and engage us in the first set is kind of irritating to me. Let's just rebuild our burrows. Here comes green. If we can just get rid of green. We got to lure out Cenarius. Obviously, it was a big issue with him... with him using Rejuve, we wouldn't have been able to stop him. I guess I could have firebolted him. Maybe he's not... Is he immune to magic? I really couldn't tell. That's kind of an issue.
Who you want to kill?
Okay, so just make chaos-related units. We've got another attack up there. You guys come on up here and help push this back. It's mostly just the Chimera because they'll be able to destroy these buildings with the siege damage.
I hear the summons.
So we'll throw that down in advance. There we go, and they're going to prioritize the tower, it looks like? No, not quite.
Finally.
I really don't want to have to attack green. It would probably be easy. Well, that's a ramp. This is not a ramp, but it is a tight choke point. Well, okay, so we just pushed back 2 attacks. I don't think there's really a good way to do this. We just got to get back into high upkeep, make more Chaos Warlocks, and we've got Whirlwind. I want Cenarius to come out. I don't need to fight this. I don't need to fight all of green.
Finally.
Or maybe I do. I don't know. I guess let's go. I'm not sure where Cenarius is, but the more bases we destroy... This is just taking longer. This is just taking long for virtually no reason. Now let's use him to attack buildings. Now we can back him up.
How may I serve?
Alright, just whirlwind here. And then we'll just firebolt the crap out of these things. Cripple them. Man, they just couldn't help themselves. They had to go for my catapult, didn't they? Alright, keep it up. See, now where is Cenarius now? We'll never know. Get up here, destroy the Ancient Protectors. Here, look at this catapult. What a brave man. Destroy the Ancient of Wind to stop these Is there a Chimera Roost here? Where are those buildings from? Oh, there, yeah, the Chimera Roosts are right here. Okay, well, we were maxed out. We were ready to go. It was just Cenarius chose not to... He chose to engage us at a really shitty time and a really weird angle. Anyway, we're moving all the way in. Still got our Witch Doctors. Most of these guys are near full health. Let's make sure that the Moonwells are... They are indeed empty. Okay, another one down. You typically do not have to destroy all these bases, so this is going longer than typical. I think it's just based on almost random... it's just random on where Cenarius happens to be at a given moment. Because preferably we would destroy this base down here and then immediately taking that opportunity to kill him.
Demon-spawned wretches.
There we go.
You will all die.
We want to bring him down the hill.
You seek me help?
Back up our casters. Now engage him. Let's get some surrounds on him. Let's throw this down. Grom can mirror image. And now we got him. Maybe if we can cripple him. Hey, he's crippled. You know what? Let's just keep him stunned if possible. He is getting stunned by the firebolt, so let's just kind of keep this going before he rejuices. He doesn't have much mana, so we've definitely got him. Keep him surrounded by the grunts doing the chaos damage.
Demigod has fallen. The war song is supreme.
So I guess he just kind of chills up there. I thought he patrolled the bases, but I mean, he obviously came down to protect green for a moment there.
Hello again, Gramash. Manaroth. It can't be. I've come to bring you and your brethren back into the fold. Those orcs failed the Burning Legion before. You will now serve us once again. No. Stupid, pitiful creature. I am the rage in your heart. I am the fury of your thoughts. I alone empowered you to bring chaos to this world, and by the endless void you shall.
Cool, we're slaves again. Alright, so Grom only has that ring in his inventory, so maybe if we do have to... I think he just sits at the top of the map in Chapter 8, and you just gotta put him in the Spirit Gem, right? He doesn't come with attack waves. It's really those Infernals. Anyway, we'll worry about that when we get there. We'll head into Where Wyverns Dare next time. Bye now.